Hey everybody, Jeff Hem here with you. Welcome back to another edition of Rounding Third as we approach the Sound's 2018 season. Today we catch up with catcher Sean Murphy, one of the top prospects in a very deep Oakland A's system and one of the top catching prospects in the game, ranked number 4 going into the year by MLB Pipeline. And Sean was a third-round pick of the A's in 2016 out of Wright State, and he joins us from Arizona. Sean, thanks for doing this. With camp underway, I know you were out there early to start working out. What was your off-season like, and what goes into that decision of when exactly to try to get out to Arizona so that you're ready to roll when that day comes when camp officially opens?
Yeah, I wanted to get out here early enough to, make sure I've got my apartment ready. I've met some guys. I'm good with the time change because I'm coming from the East Coast. So, I wanted to get out here, get acclimated a little bit, not too early, but enough time to feel comfortable.
Last year was an outstanding season for you in a lot of different ways. First of all, it was only your first full season of professional baseball, drafted in 16. You accomplished a lot. You did well in the Arizona Fall League. You're a non-roster invite again to big league camp again this year. What stands out to you about your 2017? What are you most proud of from a season where you accomplished a lot?
I just wanted to get better every day. I know it sounds cliche, but it's honestly the truth. I learned some stuff about myself, and I learned some stuff that'll be valuable going into this season. With last year being my first full season, now that I know kind of what to expect, I'm going to be more prepared.
Between the regular season and then the Texas League playoffs with Midland, winning a Texas League championship again, and then the Fall League, you were somewhere around 125 games played last year. If minor league ball is about replicating the big leagues as much as possible, you effectively caught a big league season last year. Did it feel that way by the end of October?
Yeah, I was a little bit tired at the end. I took some time off, took a couple weeks off, but sitting around at home was a little bit boring, so I got going pretty quick.
How much different so far is spring training for you this year compared to last year, given that this is not your first time in big league camp now?
Last year was, a little nervous because I didn't know anybody going in. But now that I know a few guys, I'm a little more comfortable, with some of my teammates. It should be, a little more comfortable for me this year.
With spring training just getting underway, we know a lot can happen. Rosters are far from set. But based on where you finished and based on how the depth chart looks, it certainly seems like you could be a Nashville Sound come April. And the manager is Fran Riordan, who you played for in Midland last year. What did you like about Fran? And what was that team like in Midland, where just an unprecedented 4th Texas League championship in a row?
Yeah, Fran's awesome. He's a great guy to play for. And I think everybody likes playing for Fran. He just expects you to go out there and play your game, but he doesn't get on you too much. He's a guy who understands, what we're going through, and he's a very understanding coach, and I think everybody likes playing for him.
Spring training is important for any player. As a catcher, though, I've got to think there's almost this added importance just because you're going to catch over the course of spring so many different pitchers, whether you're going to be teammates with them at one of the affiliates or if you can get to the big leagues, you're obviously going to be catching them there. How do you approach that situation where you're trying to get a feel on not just 8 or 9 guys, but a lot more than that?
Yeah, you end up catching, dozens of guys through the course of the season, and spring training is the best time to get to know each of them, as much as you can, and pick their brains and see what they try and do, specifically for each guy. And it's a tall order, but you try and keep a notebook on certain guys, and to make sure that when you do catch them when the season comes around, that they're comfortable throwing to you, and you're comfortable calling their pitches.
Well, we know a lot can happen between now and April, but if you're in Nashville, we'll certainly be excited to have you with the Sounds, and best of luck the rest of spring, and thanks a lot for taking time out of your day to join us today.
Thank you.
All right, that's A's catching prospect and potential Nashville Sound Sean Murphy joining us from the Valley of the Sun. This is Jeff Hem. Thanks for being with us on another edition of Rounding Third.